Hi, everybody. Let me walk you today through some key notions of the Small Scale Fisheries Academy as a source of innovation and operational support of the SSF Guidelines. My name is Cornelia Naun of Mundus Maris, and with great pleasure, I acknowledge my co-authors, Maria Fernanda Atterais-Treffner, Link Rural currently, Vietnam, Aliou Sall of Mundus Maris in Senegal, and Stella Williams of Mundus Maris in Nigeria. Let me walk you through some of the features that led up to the Academy. In the drive to make research results more readily accessible to ordinary citizens, particularly young people and women and men in small-scale fisheries, Mundus Maris developed a teaching kit for West Africa on the ecosystem approach to fisheries for the FAO's Fridtjof Nansen project. The fish rulers, indicating a precautionary maturity level, were not only popular with schools, but also used occasionally by fishers, fishmongers, and ordinary citizens as consumers of fish. The example you see in the top is of the fish ruler for Senegal, with the major commercial species identified with common names in Wolof, a major local language in the country. We use these and other tools for a range of awareness-raising activities in Africa. And the Small Scale Fisheries Academy is a way to bundle a whole range of complementary activities within a unifying framework. It is a safe, multi-actor platform for respectful dialogue, joint learning, co-creation of knowledge and innovation for the recovery, protection, and sustainable use of marine and coastal resources, and for prosperous artisanal fisheries. It provides an operational support for the implementation of the voluntary guidelines for securing sustainable small-scale fisheries in the context of food security and poverty eradication. The guidelines were adopted by the FAO Committee of Fisheries in 2014 after 3 years of worldwide bottom-up consultations. The Academy was inaugurated in 2018. You see some of the pictures taken during this event, and they mobilized a cross-section of women and men from all segments of Senegalese artisanal fisheries. The Academy articulates the Global Sustainable Development Goals and promotes action respectful of the local populations concerned. It therefore celebrates local culture, promotes active learning, giving equal opportunity to all actors and communities in the fisheries value chain. It contributes to the co-production of adaptive knowledge and local innovations, catalyzes synergies for tangible changes towards gender and social blue justice, and connects local concerns to global issues, and vice versa, in order to enable robust solutions that work for people and planet. Testing inclusive and active adult education methods is based on the conception of an ecology of knowledge proposed by Boaventura de Souza Santos and organized through a social behavior change communication strategy. The concept borrows from Paulo Freire's vision on dialogue and the so-called gender action learning system, which was developed by Linda Mayou. It is brought to life through graphic facilitation led by Maria Fernanda Atterais-Treffner. Every change journey starts with a drawing of a vision of a happy life of individuals and groups of academy learners to provide a sense of direction. You see an example to the left. Working with drawings is important to include people who have had little or no access to formal education. Based on the design and validated with family and peers, all learners draw up a change journey towards an objective they think is achievable within 1 year, which you see here to the right. They define intermediary quarterly objectives and identify expected obstacles and also helpers and supportive conditions and people. Let me now show you a brief video so that you get a first-hand impression.
Blue justice and responsive governance require the empowerment of men and women in small-scale fisheries for individual and collective action.
I am Nadia. The Academy taught us a lot of things. We learned how to manage our life, how to avoid the waste of income. I can say that it has motivated me to work more and look for solutions to increase my income.
Just like Nabia, many other workers involved in fisheries have become members of the Academy. Everyone is welcome. This initiative engages fishermen, women in fishing, processing and marketing, wholesalers, retailers, social regulatory bodies, and connected professions, including administrators and scientists. The Small Scale Fisheries Academy is a safe, multi-actor platform for respectful dialogue, joint learning, co-creation of knowledge, and innovation for the recovery, protection, and sustainable use of marine and coastal resources and prosperous artisanal fisheries. The Small Scale Fisheries Academy provides operational support for the implementation of the voluntary guidelines for securing sustainable small-scale fisheries. All of the Academy's activities start with a visioning exercise. Vision inspires and guides planning. Without a clear vision, it is difficult to imagine where you're going, and it is easy to become discouraged by the challenges that will arise along the way. Nabia, to the right, is explaining a collective drawing, exposing what constitutes a happy life for her micro-fishmonger group. Nabia started visioning herself in 1 year's time selling 6 crates of fish per week and being the owner of a motorbike to make the transportation of her products easier. Before her participation in the training, she could only market 1 fish crate per week. Following the plan she drew, in the first 3 months, she reduced her expenses for new clothes and phone credit, which allows her to buy more fish and market 2 crates a week. While the pandemic caused many challenges, she has been able to carry on with her business, opting to diversify her products, now including dried fish. After 1 year, she has been able to use some of her profit to improve her house's rooftop. The inclusive visual exercises support the exploration of individual and collective pathways for change. Recognizing their knowledge and experiences, the process brings to light taboo topics and enables the identification of opportunities for improvement of life and working conditions. It promotes catalyzing energies for tangible changes towards gender and social blue justice. The Academy promotes respectful dialogue between different actors in the value chain in small-scale fisheries.
We learned a lot of things at the Academy. We hope, by the grace of God, to make use of it to the benefit of our families. Inshallah.
Gender equity is a sensitive, potentially taboo topic. It was first tackled by inviting groups of men and women separately to reflect on it, and with the help of a gender equity tree, they looked at the roots and the fruits of current deficiencies and malpractice. Then together they identified which action should be taken to ensure that all members of the household are respected and taken part in decision-making, as well as benefiting then from the results. They agreed that violence against women and children must stop. Gender equity is a crucial condition to sustainability. Let's now move on to one of the more recent technical innovations which are being rolled out. Opportunities for collaboration and such innovations concern, for example, the Fishbase Guide App for mobile phones with simple visual information to complement the specific physical fish rulers developed for several countries and seas. The app gives you, which you see here to the left, gives you a picture of the fish. Here is Sardinella aurita, key length measurements at maturity, optimum and maximum, and a visual indication of the vulnerability of the species if you type in your country and the name in whichever common language. Small pelagics such as Sardinella and other species are caught by small-scale fishers in all of West Africa, but they are also targeted by industrial fleets from all over the world, which now enter into direct competition with the food supplies of local people in West Africa and the Sahel countries. Here, the important thing is that the app can enable women, for example, women fishmongers, to seek better market positioning of their products when they market adult fish versus juveniles, which end up very often as fish meal. Consumers can also check better what they buy, and the whole chain gets encouraged towards sustainable production and consumption. The app covers many more species in all countries than existing fish rulers and others aids provide, and it gives you direct access to more information when needed. You can click here on the link directly to the species summary page in Fishbase. It works with simple mobile phones that are widely available in the global south and in the north. It works for marine and freshwater species and provides key information for sustainable harvesting and consumption at a glance. These are individual screenshots, and they show the basic information visualized for, in this case, different species vulnerabilities. The Fishbase Guide is developed by a collaboration between Mundus Maris, Sea Around Us, Fairfish International, and Quantitative Aquatics, non-profit based in the Philippines that hosts and develop the global information system Fishbase. You see the link, you can consult it there. It is an Android app available for public use in the global Google Play Store since mid-September. Check it out. This is just to share with you a small number of selected references if you're interested to pursue this further. That also already brings us to the end of the short presentation of the Small Scale Fisheries Academy and a sample of its innovation initiative. Thanks for your attention and happy to answer any questions.